Welcome back. The next step would be to start rendering our images now that we're all set up here. Just forget about the target position thing I said. You really want the camera orientation to be set to 0, 0, 0. What you have over here is a basic rendering option where you can get a preview, a really quick preview of what things are going to look like before you actually start rendering your primary images. So here you can kind of see, you got the reflective water and the nice sky and all the mountains and shadow casting. But what you want to do though, before you actually set up for taking the real images, is go to image size. Quake 3 Arena, which is what UrbanTerra is based on, uses 512 by 512 images for the Skybox. You really can't use anything bigger, and I really wouldn't recommend using anything smaller. So 512 by 512 is just perfect for what we're doing. There's some other options you have around here, such as quality, and I'm actually going to leave mine at medium, but you would normally want to use the highest possible quality you can. It's just for this demonstration. I'm going to leave it at medium. And I'm going to make sure these are all set correctly, and we should be good to go. And then you simply just, with these set to 0, click Render Image. And to save on time, of course, I'm going to go ahead and skip forward. Alright, and now that it's finished, we'll want to save it. And you want to save it to your UrbanTerra Q3UT4, and then a place called ENV, which stands for environment. And then you'll want to actually create your own folder here if you haven't already for your own Skybox. Then you'll want to save it as the name of the folder, underscore, and this one will want to be RT for right. And then you want to close that and then set the head to 90, and this will take it from that from the right angle to the back, which is to the right. I know it doesn't make sense, but this renderer uses a different setup than Quake 3 does. So now we have it set to this angle. We'll now want to go to render image again. Now that the render is complete, we will save this one as nice sky underscore BK for back. Now, close that and move on to the next one. Set this to 180. Go ahead and render image. Now this one is done. We'll save this one as nice sky underscore LF for left. Close that. Set the heading to 270 degrees. And then go to render image. Now save this one as nice sky FT for front. Alright, close that. And the next step is to get our up and down. So you want to set head back to 0, which is our right, and then pitch you want to set to 90, which gives us an upward angle. Now we'll save this one as my sky .up. Close that. Now, to get our downward angle, I'll have a heading of 0 and a pitch of -90. This will point us right at the water. Go to render image. Now that our downward image is finished, we'll go ahead and save that. There's mysky.dn. That actually about wraps up our image generation. So go ahead and close that. The next step is actually to write a script and implement our new skybox into a map. What you can actually do here is save the current world if you ever need to get back to it again, and just save it as any random name. And now we can close that, and now we can move on to getting a script file written. I actually already have a preset script kind of written. Actually, it's already here. And this kind of just shows what the shader file should look like for mysky. And what you'll actually want to do at some point, which we can do now, is create a general mysky skybox image that the editor looks for to correctly display your skybox general shader image. So you know that wall has that skybox on it. And so what we can do is go back out to here real quick. Go to Urban Terror, E and B, and then take the right one, go to copy, go to textures, create a folder, make it mysky, keep it all consistent. If you keep it the same, it's a lot easier to find. And then we'll just put this in here, and we'll make sure it's named just mysky underscore skybox, because that's what the shader file showed up as. And actually, while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and open this up in Paint, and be sure to save it as a JPEG, because right now it's in BMP, and we want this in the JPEG format. So you can go ahead and delete the BMP file. I should have done this already, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time. And so now we can go back to the E and B, and we'll want to do the same to the rest of these. Turn these all into JPEGs.